First, fast, accurate. You're watching WSBT-22 News at 5:30.
Well, there are more than 100 confirmed cases of the measles in the U.S. right now, and the CDC says it's very concerned about a possible outbreak.
The reason, the growing number of people who have not been vaccinated against the disease. WSBT-22's Zach Crenshaw is at the live desk right now. And Zach, you've been looking into how different states handle these vaccinations.
Yeah, and it varies from state to state, Rick and Jen. Indiana is one of the many states which allows parents not to vaccinate their children for religious beliefs. But the recent measles outbreak has the whole country talking about when it should be a personal family decision versus a mandatory government decision in order to keep the larger community safe. No matter who you talk to, nearly everyone has an opinion on vaccinations.
In my opinion, it should be up to the parents, their choice whether or not to get their students vaccinated or not.
That gets into whether the government should dictate what you should be able to do with your own family. Me personally, I think there's very valid reasons for doing it.
So far this year, there have been more than 100 cases of measles in 14 different states, including Michigan and Illinois. Over the past few days, there's been a lot of debate, but not from doctors like Elkhart County's Daniel Nafziger.
There aren't people who are actually pro-vaccine in the way that other people are anti-vaccine. There aren't any doctors that believe everybody should get every vaccine all the time.
In Indiana, kids need the vaccine to attend public school.
I got a letter from the school system saying that if they're not vaccinated by such and such date, then they can't go to school.
But there are ways to get out of a vaccination.
In Indiana, they can have a religious exemption to vaccination. We do not have as liberal rules about that as some states, like in California. They just have personal belief exemptions. Basically, you don't have to have religion. You just have to think it's a good idea to skip vaccination and, you're good to go.
Dr. Nafziger says the vaccine is at least 95% effective. And since measles is so easily spread, it's important parents take it seriously.
People tend to want to make this all about themselves or their individual decision, but in fact, this is the kind of thing that has real impacts on the people that are around you when you choose not to be vaccinated.
Now, you might think that if you choose not to vaccinate your child, you're not impacting kids who are vaccinated. Now, that's true to some extent, but the vaccination cannot be administered to babies and people with immune problems, so it is important you get vaccinated. Now, Governor Pence issued a statement this afternoon saying Indiana law requires all children to be protected from vaccine-preventable diseases like the measles by getting vaccinated. Vaccines protect all our children from illnesses, and our administration strongly urges Hoosier families to have their children vaccinated. At the live desk, Zach Crenshaw, WSBT 22 News.